Today, I watched a YouTuber's video and he said that he basically wanted to quit YouTube because he wasn't getting any views. And I got really fired up. And once I got really fired up, I realized I was like, well, wait a minute. I actually understand him. I understand his feelings entirely. And then I also realized that we were fighting the same battle. That me and him are fighting the same battle, but just on two different fronts, right? So basically, for the last 3 weeks, I've been uploading YouTube video after YouTube video after YouTube video. And to my discouragement and dismay, I literally have not gotten any views. The views that I have gotten are from myself. Like, even with the impressions, I've gotten zero. I've gotten zero impressions. Um, and that was really discouraging because on my end, it seems like I'm trying to improve my thumbnails, my titles, and everything, but it seems as though the algorithm is just out to get me, right? That's kind of how we kind of base it. And it's just like, whether that's true or that's not true, I still had to find a way to keep going. I still had to find a way to push past this because anything can be solved if you have a strong resolve. Anything can be basically solved. And what's crazy is, for a split second, like yesterday, for a split second, I was like, should I just give up? But no, I shouldn't give up, and neither should you. Like, no, quitting. I'm not gonna sit here and say that it's never okay. But if you really want to do something, like if you really want to, let me get closer. If you really want to do something, like if you really want to get something done, if you really want to like achieve a goal, do not quit. You never quit until that goal is complete because you're in control, right? You are in control. You are the director of how you're going to complete the actual task. You cannot quit. Like, if you really have a mission, if you really have a passion, you cannot quit. How bad do you really want it? Because see, I want you too bad, to like the point where I'm willing to upload videos with zero views. Like, and I'm not just repeating the same action over again, but what I'm saying is I actually want to do this. I actually want to put the reps in to improve my content style, to improve my thumbnail style, to improve the little things that I can improve with my videos and everything like that. I want to get better, even if nobody acknowledges the getting better part. I want that for myself. That's why I do YouTube. That's why I really have a passion for YouTube, is because this is a place where I can really grow. Each and every day I upload a video is me growing as a person, as me growing as a YouTuber. And that's what, and I'm not saying that you should feel the same way, but what I'm saying is, if you have a task and the task isn't going your way, you still have to put the reps in. You still gotta, like, you still have to, like, jump rope every day. You still have to jump rope. Okay, if you don't jump rope, like, you still have to do, like, you have to put the reps in. Okay, bottom line, you put the reps in. You deal with all the frustrations. Bottom line, put the reps in, right? Put the reps in. Um, and then the craziest thing is, I realized something very important. You see, people don't quit because of a hard task or a hard goal or whatever. People don't quit because things get hard. People quit because they feel as though their effort doesn't match what they're trying to do, right? Basically, they don't believe that their effort actually matters, but it does matter because it compounds, right? It compounds, it builds itself up. Even if you don't see, the thing about the compound effect, right, is you don't see it, but it literally works in the background. It's a silent, like, think about it like this. I visualize it like it's like in RPG. Every day we gain experience points. Those experience points are basically delivered to all of our like our not in-game stats, but in this case, our in-game stats. And the more that you put the reps in, the more XP you build, the more level up that you actually get. And that gets distributed through your entire process, like whether it be your good habits, whether it be, you know, your actual editing style, your script style, whatever it can be, you're silently upgrading all of that so that one day you can have that breakout moment, that breakthrough moment, and you go crazy. So that's how I view the compound effect, because it is working. It's either working for you or it's working against you. In this case, if you're doing a goal, if you're doing a task, and you're doing it properly, and all of that, it's working for you. And my philosophy that I kind of realized, and I said this in a previous video, is that basically when you question, am I doing this right? Is something messing up? Why do I feel like my efforts aren't showing up? When you question that, no matter how much time you've spent, you're about to receive a breakthrough. Like, even if it doesn't come today or tomorrow, you are about to receive a freaking breakthrough, bro. Like, literally, you're about to receive it. You're about to get it. Just be patient with it. That's the biggest thing that I could tell you, or one of the biggest things that I could tell anybody. Be patient. Never quit. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the process. Be patient with everything. Be patient. Even if you've been doing this for 3 years, for 1 year, for 1 month, for 3 weeks, for 2 months, for 18 years, be patient. It's worth it, but be patient, right? So, actually, I already got to that point, but basically, another thing that I realized is, you know, that I had to remind myself, even for me, I still sometimes get it in my own feelings, but basically, we always have options. You always have options. If you don't like your upload style, change it. If the content that you're doing isn't working for you, change it up a little bit, right? I was recently taught that you should kind of have content buckets where you just kind of like you rotate from not video idea, but you rotate from content structure and kind of like maneuver that so that you don't run out of creative juice, but you also don't like limit yourself, because if you limit yourself, then you won't actually have fun. You won't actually like what you do, right? Because if YouTube is your passion, if let's say if like working out is your passion, or if you know streaming is your passion, you should never really burn out if you actually have a genuine passion for it, right? Like for example, I told myself that I burnt out of streaming, but in reality, I did not really want to do streaming anymore because I found it to be very overwhelming. I literally subscribed to the shiny object effect, where at first it was fun, then it became a hassle in my mind, but now I actually want to do streaming. I actually want to stream, and I stream every Friday and Saturday. Shameless plug, but that link is in the description box below. So again, shameless plug, but regardless though, right? Like, you have to have a passion, like a real passion, because you'll feel it. But you always have options. And again, and I actually want to like quote my own self because I wrote this down. So basically, if you really want anything out of life, like anything, you have to be relentless and totally delusional. Not a little bit delusional. You have to be totally delusional. Let me give you like an example of being delusional. I am a perfect example of being delusional. Do you want to know why? Well, because I literally sit here and make videos that nobody watches, that nobody sees, that YouTube actually does not recommend anybody my actual video, right? And I do all this behind a bookshelf, right? Now, what's wrong with this bookshelf? It's not because it's, dark and whatever, but because this top part is actually on backwards. That's right. I put the top part on backwards. And as you can see, it's literally backwards. Okay? So I did all of that, but I still have the courage to come on here, right? With the 0 views, 0 impressions. I have the courage to come on here and still deliver videos. And I'm 31 videos in, and I still do it. So if I can do all of that, you can do all of that too. Okay? I see people all the time on YouTube having like 100 views, 50 views, 20 views. And I sit there and wish, like, man, one day that's gonna be me, right? The biggest thing that I want everyone to remember is that whatever situation that you are in currently in life, whether it be for YouTube or whatever, right? The biggest thing is somebody is always in a worse position than you are all of the time, right? You're discouraged about getting 50 views. I don't get no views. You're discouraged because you couldn't put that last rep in the gym. You couldn't get that last leg workout. There's somebody out there who don't have legs, who wish they had legs to work out. Okay? So I'm just saying there's somebody that's always worse off than you. So you have to appreciate everything that you have, whether it be high or low, or big or small, okay? You have to appreciate everything. So please remember that before you decide to quit, actually look at the positive stuff that you see. Okay, cool. I have 50 views. I have a couple of regular commenters on my video. That is actually beautiful. And you don't even realize it. That's actually beautiful to have. Or I have people that, like the video always. I don't even got that. So, like, you know what I'm saying? People get discouraged about not the wrong thing, but they don't see the bigger perspective. They don't see the bigger picture. They don't see the bigger, like, right? But you have to look past all of that and see the bigger picture. Even for me, okay, cool, right? All right, now I'm discouraged because I get 0 views, because nobody looks at my actual video. But there's somebody who's laying in a hospital bed thinking, man, I would love to do YouTube, but I can't because I'm in this hospital bed and my hands just don't work. And nobody can actually film me doing anything. Like, do you see where I'm going with this? Somebody, even in my situation, somebody is doing worse than I am. Okay, so I'm not exempt from this. I felt the exact same way that you do, that everybody does about whatever. But you have to remember that basically you are in the spot that, like, you are where you need to be, and if you want to get to that next level, you have to grind. You have to work. You have to believe. Belief is everything. You have to be delusional. Lastly, my father always told me that you should make people think that you're crazy. He used this analogy when we were working out, but how I see it, you have to make yourself think that you're crazy when you really want to get to that next step in life or that next goal in life. You have to make yourself believe that you're crazy enough to even want to go through any trials and tribulations that you go through. You have to become crazy. So become crazy, right? Now, let's go to the conclusion of this actual video. So basically, this video did not find you by accident. Actually, it was very intentional. Maybe it found you because you wanted to actually quit, or maybe not. But really, all you need is just one more rep, one more chapter in your fight. So please, 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 please don't quit. Tomorrow might be so much better. And if you quit today, you really would never know. You really would never know if you actually quit today. Take it from me, because I used to be a quitter of a lot of stuff, but I seen how quitting actually made me feel. Because when you quit something and you really give it up, months go by, years go by, and then you get that nagging feeling like, matter of fact, bro, dang, bro, if I would have still did, I would have been crazy. I would have been crazy right now. I would have been up. I would have had this. I would have had that. I would have had this. I would have had that. I'm trying to tell you something. Like, please don't quit. Please don't give up. Because I know that all of you have amazing potential. So please use it. Don't throw it away. And with that being said, my name is Zell. Please give this video, if you found any value, if you found any encouragement, please give this video a thumbs up, a like, and a subscribe, the Holy Trinity. And I will see you on the next one. And hopefully my clicker actually works. So let's see.